Hello, everyone. Happy New Year. Happy first Monday of the year. Um, I tell you, I'm always excited, but I think I feel like super excited today. And not just today, like 2021. Since 2021 popped in, I don't know if you guys are like me. Let me know if you're watching. Hi, I'm Dr. Conti Terrell. I'm going to be talking to you about getting the life that you want. And so I don't know about you, but it's almost like once 2021 hit, it's like like a new kind of fresh feeling. And so if you guys are like me, it's like, okay, let's get it, let's get it, let's get it, let's get it, let's do something with what we've learned. And I'm sure everybody has learned something from 2020. And so let's make it happen. And so for those who do not know who I am, I'm Dr. Conti Terrell. I am international best-selling author, yay, and a speaker. I am a counselor, coach, and I just love helping people be their best self. And so thank you for everybody who's already purchased your books. Hoo-hoo, yay. Thank you for those who purchased your books. Let me know you're watching. Say hello. Let me see is anybody commenting yet? Say hi, hi, hi. Don't just sneak in. Say hello. My grandmother used to say, don't be rude coming into the house and don't speak. So please say hello. Where you watching from? And so we don't do New Year's resolutions. Hey, Kenneth, I haven't seen you in forever. How are you doing? When all this stuff settles down, we need to go have, shake a tail feather or something. I don't know. Just get out, do something fun. So, I started this 12 months to a better you challenge in, I think, 2017. I always get confused. 2018. And so the funny thing about it is I was just doing something really quick, and it's been amazingly wonderful for so many people. Party boat, yes, I'm down. We had a great time. When is it? Are they going to do it again? Or is it canceled because of the pandemic? I had a great time. Let me know. I'll be right on there with you. So for those who have not gotten your book, please do so. That is it. 12 Months to a Better You, an international bestseller. And it is, as you see here, 12 months challenge to becoming your best self. So it is not a resolution, because you know what? Resolutions don't work. We know that. I saw something on the news today that said 73% of people decided, of course, they're not going to do resolutions. They don't think they work. 23 said in this survey said that they had already started, and I forgot how many people said they've started and they've already broken it. And that's usually what happens. They break the resolutions. You're not going to do that. So let me tell you about what we're doing. So I'm super excited. So this book, every month you are to do a new thing. These are things that I have been talking to clients about for the last almost 25 years now, and has helped so many people really, 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 really get on track with what they want. And so I'm going to read a little bit to you to kind of get you to understand what this is about. So this is a very short, simple guide to help you be real with you and be the real you that you want to be, because so many times we what everybody else says we are and what everybody else think we should be. I had somebody tell me today, that her father thought she was going to be something else. And, like if you knew this person, you would know, like, okay, no, that's not even who you are. So, a lot of times we start being what other people want us to be. So this is to help you be who you really want to be. and who you've always wanted to be. So I wouldn't call this book a workbook. It's more like an action guide because I give you different action steps to do. And these are things, if you were paying me as a counselor, throughout the years, I've given people different things to do that's like really transformed their lives. And so my good friend said you should have a calendar, and people do it on the calendar. And I was like, I don't want to do that. And I ended up doing a book. But guess what? I put calendars in the back of every chapter so that you still can go on the calendar and write down some of the things that I'm going to give you to do. And so each month you have to do something. It's it's action. You got to put some action into it. So it's like an action guide to help you take action to be what you want to be. So, well, I guess you're probably thinking, well, how do you know what I want to be? Good question. Good question. Well, people tell me all the time what they want to be. And I'm glad you asked that, because one of the things that I do with all of my clients on the very first session, whether you're being coached or whether you're being counseled, I always ask, if this was the last session and I was saying, you are there, brother, you are there, sister, you are there, queen, you are there, king, you are there, what would there look like to you? Where would that be? What would you like to, have accomplished? And so over the years, I've gotten many of the same things, and I've helped these individuals to accomplish those things. So this is what I would do. So you see, when I'm counseling, I would ask them, if this was the last, what is it that you would like to see accomplished? And I would get simple answers such as, I want to be happy. A lot of people even money don't make you happy. So how to achieve happiness and joy? I want to be successful. I want to be over the hurt, whatever hurt that is. Childhood hurt, ex-marriage hurt, parent hurt, church hurt. There's so many different types of hurts that people have that they want to be over. These are just some of the things that I've been able to help throughout the years. And so I've compiled those same skills and put them in the book. And it's really simple. So you don't have to read a lot. Each chapter just tell you what to do, and you have to do it for 30 days. All right. And so also I want to get over my bad habits. I want to be free of my bad habits. I want to be free. And that bad habits could be, you're drinking too much, you're gambling too much, you keep getting in bad relationships, you have a bad attitude, you complain too much. By the way, that is going to be one of the skills in the book too, to help you stop complaining. So there's so many different things in here that you're going to learn. But these are some of the things that, again, people say that they want to get free of. They want to be financially free. They want to learn to love themselves. They want to learn to, just all these things. So forth and so on. So that is why I know what most of you want, because we're all pretty much the same. We all pretty much want to be healthy, want to be happy, want to have a good relationship. Who doesn't want that? And if you say no, then you need to really see me, because there's something else going on. So hi. Anybody else that's watching, pop on, say hello to me. We're talking about how to get the life that you want. We're talking about doing what over, I don't know how many thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people had to purchase this book for it to become an international bestseller. But they've all done it, and they've all loved it. And guess what? They've done it every year since. So somebody said to me, Dr. Conti, that was really brilliant of you to make it where you have to do something for a whole my dogs ran across the cord and turned off the cord. So I do apologize. Thanks for sticking in here and staying with me. Hi, Janet. Yes, so my dogs ran across the screen. Well, not the screen, but ran across underneath my desk and knocked the screen off, knocked the light off. So they both got popped and put in. So let me turn my light back on. So most people say the same thing, that they want, the same things. It's not rocket science. I think okay, there we go. There we go. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, I am back. I'm back. It wasn't you, Janet. It was me. The dogs ran by. And so I'm talking about the book. You've ordered your book. I don't know if you got it yet. Hopefully you got it. So talking about the book. And so, and if you got, this is the cover for those who have not seen it. 12 Months to a Better You. And it comes in color and also black and white. Same information. I'm just very visual. So, I like to see stuff that's, I'm visual. So I did both color and black and white. Same stuff. But what I was saying was, someone said to me, well, that was really brilliant of you to make it to where you have to do something every month. And then in the next year, people buy the same book all over again. And they do. But that was by a fluke. I did not even think about it like that. And let me tell you what I mean. So this is my book from 2019. And so here I show, so in January, what you have to do in January is to dictate the life you want. Because we start off talking about resolutions and what we're going to do. It doesn't work. So instead of saying, to yourself, I'm going to do a resolution and I'm going to lose all this weight. I'm asking you to pour into you by saying, I am going to be healthy. That could be one day. So your day one is, I'm going to be healthy. And let me tell you, you can start these practices even without the book. I'm also going to be doing webinars. So you can also purchase the webinar. They're only going to be $29.99 to help you a little further. The webinars are going to go into a little more detail than the chapters for those who may be having some trouble. And then for those who get to some challenges that are really your struggle, we will do some individual things. So it's going to be, really work. You have to work. People want things. Hi, good evening, pretty queen. So Janet, your book should be there tomorrow. Great. So what you can start doing right now, Jan, is go ahead and you're going to be, today's day 4, tomorrow's day 5. So you need to have a dictation for day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, and then you have another one tomorrow when you get your book. And so I start my day off with, of course, I love this. I plug it all the time. It's so great. Jesus is Calling. It's a devotional. And someone turned me on recently to the Voice Bible. And I'm so grateful that she did. And then I do my 12 Months to a Better You. And then I do some not journaling, but I kind of write down some stuff, that has come to me in my study, in my time, that I might need to elaborate on later. Like it came to me, it was deposited and downloaded, from the Spirit, and I may need to really work on that later. So now it's freezing up. I don't know if they knocked something loose down there. Hopefully they did not. So, this one was from 2019. And so it says here, call those things that are not as if they were. That's biblical. I'm always talking about kantiology. Kantiology is what Kanti knows from experience and have learned and have studied and have figured out in life and through, 3 or 4 degrees, mostly life, and then what the Bible says, scripture, and then psychology, what I've learned through being a counselor. So all that together is put in here to help you be what you need to be. So you call in those things that are not as if they were. So how many times do you say, oh, I'm always broke. I can never get, every time you turn around, something's happened. I'm never going to have enough money. I'm never going to have, so guess what you're calling into existence? No more money, no money, just broke all the time. And so this is one of my besties. She's in town. She's calling me. I think she's just in town, just getting in town. I told her to text me. So you get more of that, or I can never get a good man, or I can never get a good woman. Every relationship I get is, a headache. So guess what? You're again bringing into existence more toxic relationships, more relationships that are unhealthy. So, but we do that so easily without realizing we're doing it. And so when I have you to dictate in your life every day something different every day, and for those who've done this and who's doing this now for like the second, third time, you realize it's not really that easy. And I have a lot of times people burn out like around day 8 with trying to speak something positive into their lives. So what does that say to me? We haven't trained our brain enough to talk healthy and to speak healthy things into existence in our life. And so, anything that you do over 20 something days become a habit. And all of these 12 skills, it's only 12. It's only 12 months. It's 12 skills that you have to practice each one for 30 days, 30 to 31 days. However, you don't stop speaking into existence in February when we start working on relationships, when that skill is going on. So you have to continue each one. So they build on each other. Okay. And so it's like making sure that you watching the thinker, as I say, what is coming out of my mouth? What are you saying? I'm always broke. Girl, I can't get it together. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen to me. It's always my fault, or just, stuff. I tell people a lot of times I can tell in about 3 minutes how people feel about themselves or how positive they are, because a lot of times they're not. And in 3 minutes or less, they've told me so many negative things. I'm like, wait, hold up. So we're talking about changing the glasses half empty to the glasses half full type of attitude, and when you're thinking about what are you going to say to yourself, it needs to be, y'all excuse me, for those who know me, I have horrible allergies and I hate taking medicine. So it's just, it is what it is. I'm a sniffler, which is horrible. So speaking victory in your health. That was mine today. I dictated that I will have longevity of life and healthy life, mind, body, and soul, because I forget stuff now. And I'm trying to, keep my body. So I got to speak it. Speaking over your breakthroughs, it's breakthrough. And, one of the other things that I teach is not just speak it, like make certain words your passwords. Because if you speak, if your password becomes, living well, or and every time you get in, have to go into Facebook or whatever, probably not Facebook, because it probably stays on, like mine. I don't have to sign out. Amari, you're going to get a spanking. Now he wants to fuss because I blocked him out. You're going to get a pop is what I call it. So, make it, or one time I put, I am wealthy, that was my password. So every time I type that in, I'm speaking it. I am wealthy. That's my password. I am wealthy. Or I have peace. I have unsurpassable peace. So these are things that you could do to also bring that into existence. But for the challenge, every day, so this is just an old one from 2019. And like I said, I have, this was my 2020. And so, and this is what the girl meant by saying, I really thought this out well, because people buy the book over and over again because you want to kind of start over. You want to start on fresh, but you don't have to. You can start fresh on a notepad or whatever. But it's good to look back at 19 and then 20 and now 21 to see, has it changed? Have you accomplished some of the things that you dictated 2 years ago or 3 years ago? And have you changed, and is it easier now to write what you're dictating? Because usually, like I said, people start like, okay, what else am I going to say to myself? So it becomes more easy because it's a habit. You practice it, and it's now become a lifestyle. And so this is what this is about. This is not about doing a resolution. This is about changing for the better, for a lifestyle. 12 months to a better you. I promise you, if you do each one of these skills for 12 months, for 30 days, your life is going to be amazing. Literally by April. Most people even say in January, because they've never even talked to themselves like this, like telling themselves over every day something powerful and something wonderful. And so in 2021, I started my first day. I said, I dictate that I will stay in alignment with God's purpose and what pleases him for my life, resulting in unprecedented success and wealth for my life. So that's what I said day one. Say, hey, I'm trying to get unprecedented. See, and you start pouring into you every day. Day two. And it's so sad. I tell people, I didn't give y'all a whole lot of room to write, and my writing is already horrible. I can barely read my own writing once I put it on. But at least I said all day. You said you gotta say it all day, so it becomes you know what you becomes like robotic. You know what you're saying. So I also put on here, I've got some pending books. I dictate that I will complete all pending books and will write another bestseller. Okay, these are things that I'm dictating to myself. In 2000, in the other book, I put in here, one day I put that I would transform. I dictate that I would transform and change hundreds of thousands of lives through what I do in my teaching. So, and I put webinars, blah, 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 blah. So what are you dictating? What are you saying? Every day, you have to write something, and you have to speak it, now, today, positively. Like, this is what I am doing, not what I'm gonna do, what I am doing. So thank you for those who've already gotten your books. The webinars will be up soon for each month. We're going to have some schedules that you can make if you need something individually. So we're going to be really talking about it monthly. I'll be on every first Saturday telling you what the next challenge is for the month. And then you guys work through that. If you need some additional insight, grab a webinar. If you need some more additional insight on working with something like, relating well with others, is next month. Sometimes people have trouble with certain ones. They have, issues that they haven't, worked through from relationships and forgiveness or whatever. So you may need something individual on a different month. It just depends. But each month you can go and also get the webinar and get a little more additional. And if you need one-on-one, be true to you. Be true to you. You have to, be honest. The truth, I always say the truth is the truth, whether you admit it or not. So you might as well start to admit it. and go ahead and, take care of it. So March is eliminate and replace. I started talking about eliminating what's not working for you. Practicing eliminating what's not working for you. And then you have to, I have a list of things: gossiping, fear, fussing, yelling, anger, worry, lying, procrastination is a good one, unforgiveness, people pleasing, negative thinking, negative people. All of those are good. And I talk about how to eliminate those. And then you have to write on the calendar, you mark on the calendar. I'm not going to tell you all of the stuff because you got to get the book, but you mark on the calendar something if you have been able to accomplish this. Every day you mark something, and I won't tell you what. So there's going to be a check if you've done this, and a check if you've done that, a star if you've done this. And so it's helping you get in the practice of doing things that is going to really, really help you to have a better life. Okay. So again, for those who have not gotten your books, you can go and get your book at www.drcontespeaks.com or on Amazon. And if you get it from drcontespeaks.com, I will send it to you with an autograph and a little special word to you. And so we're going to be giving away some things throughout the year for those who have really done well. And so look, stick with us, hang in there, and let's get that best life. It's 2021. We made it through 2020. And so, like I said, when I first got on, there are some things you've learned. There's some things one of the things I say is when things happen and we go through trauma or a traumatic time or situations, you may not know, what happened and how it happened and, how to get out of it. But what you do know is what you don't want to happen again. So for instance, you may not want to be caught in this type of a situation ever again, working for somebody, or which doesn't matter because you can be working for yourself, as you see, and a lot of people are out of business. Or you may not want to be caught in this type of situation and not have a savings. I don't know, and not have, done some other things. So what you have learned in 2020 is what you don't want to be caught in again. What type of situation? I don't want to be in that type of situation again. And you've learned how much strength you have, and you've learned how important family is, because you don't get to see them so much. And so now let's take these things that we've learned and it's, for those who are of a certain age, that you're on the other side of, as they say, you're in as in football, you're in your third or fourth inning, and so you want to do it well. You want to end with a bang. You want to be successful in life. You want to have the joy. You want to have the happiness. And so it starts with self. So, guys, I do my ABCs of self-success: self-healing, self-evaluation, self-forgiveness, self-improvement, self-joy. Remember, all of them start with self. So it starts with you. And so join me with 12 months to a better you. And some of these skills, you're going to be glad that you did. I have people calling and excited already, asking questions. And so really, if you have any questions once you get started, when I come on every first Saturday, you can join me. So I got to send my book back to you to autograph. No, you don't. Darn it. Or you can send me a personal note that I can attach inside the book. I would definitely do that. Jed. So yes, don't send it back. I want you to have it. I want you to go ahead and get started tomorrow. And for everyone that has, like I said, once we start talking about it on Saturdays, if there's some additional things you want to ask me or that you found that was hard or difficult, we'll discuss it on the live. And then like I said, we'll have the webinars and the individual stuff too. So let's do it. Let's get it. People ask all the time, how did you do this, or how do you get this done, or how did you have a company for over 20 something years, and how did you, how do you do radio, and how did you do TV, and how did you do, publish books, and how do you have a nonprofit helping so many women for so many years, and how many, how do you speak, all that stuff. Look, I'm giving you all the secrets. I'm giving you all the secrets. So, and how I've helped so many other people do it for years. All right. So you guys go ahead and get started. So how's your new year starting so far? Let me hear some comments. How's your new year starting so far? My new year is great. Today is my first day back working. I will do the ABCs of self-success starting again this Sunday. And every Sunday until we're finished. I think we're on O. So we're almost at the end of the ABCs. I will start back on Sunday. And then once a month, every first Saturday at 10 o'clock a.m. Central Time, I will be talking about what's expected for the next challenge for the next 30 days for you guys to work on your self-improvement. All right. So hopefully you've had a wonderful New Year start. I have. It's been restful. I've had some time with the grandbaby. Enjoyed. Did you guys see that video of me sliding down that slope? I enjoyed some things that I haven't done ever or in a while. And every time I look at that video, I crack up laughing. I bust my butt. If you haven't seen it, you can go back and see it. You can laugh at me too. And it's good to laugh at yourself sometimes. It's good to do things out of the box. That's what enjoying life is all about. That's when you hear people talking about living on purpose. That's what living on purpose is all about. Yes, the slide was awesome. Awesomely hilarious. Excellent, actually, good. I completed all my prerequisites and enrolled in nursing school. Yay for your clinicals. Kudos. And we also have to learn to celebrate everything that you do, big or small. I talk about that too. That's one of the skills. That's the last one in December. It's celebrate, because we don't give ourselves enough credit. We sometimes look so much for accolades and people around us to tell us how wonderful things that we're doing are and how great things are. But you know what? Pour into you. Tell you it's okay to be okay with you, and it's okay to be pro-self. We're so afraid of being selfish. And I said, usually you're not selfish. You just don't know how to be pro-self. So learn to be pro-self, learn to celebrate your successes, and keep doing what you do. It's a new year, a new opportunity, new visions. That's why the Bible says, write the vision and make it plain. Writing it down, dictating what you want in your life, speaking it into existence, speaking it as if it was, those things that are not. So that is what we're going to be doing, and seeing how your life will change. You can't be unless you see. I was just talking about that with DC, the other Danica Carruthers and Dr. Conti, the DC. So the other half of DC. And we were talking about that. You can't be what you don't see. And in order to be what you see in your vision, you got to see it. You got to put it down. You got to start believing it. You got to start writing it. You got to start, working on it and believing that you can be what you see, and what you see others doing, and what you want to do that somebody's told you years ago you can never do it, or it's not you, or you should be doing this, you should be doing that. No, you should be doing what you want to do. Okay. All right. So yes. Good. Just checking out some of the other comments here. Yeah, watching the thinker, because our thoughts, I always tell, your arm is not doing like this. Like the whole time I'm talking, it's not just going like this and I'm going, get back. So it's because we've tamed it to go up when we want it to go up, to go down when we want it to go down. But we just let anything and everything go through our minds, and so you got to watch that. I always talk about my barrel exercise, dump it out, Things that are negative, dump it out in that empty barrel and pull something out of that full barrel and pour it in. But when you start doing this, you're not going to have to use the barrel exercise, because you've already started training your brain to speak in existence what you want. And you'll start seeing how things are starting to happen and change for you, because you spoke it and you believed it and you said it and you start seeing it. It's like when you go to a restaurant and you order, I always use this example. If you order steak and egg and cheese or a cheeseburger, whatever you order in a restaurant, when your steak and egg and cheese come back, you're not surprised. You got exactly what you wanted. So when you start talking about, I never have any money, and then you always constantly broke, why are you surprised? You got exactly what you order. Or when you start saying, my relationship is always so horrible, I have the worst luck with relationships, and then you keep having worse luck with relationships, don't be surprised. But when you start saying, you know what, life is good, everything around me is healthy, all the people around me are healthy, I only attract healthy people that are willing and ready to exert me to the level I need to go, and they're not jealous, and they're, then you're going to start drawing those types of people to you. All right. Or those types of relationships, or money just from, out of nowhere start coming to you, because, one of my dictations on here was all of my banks are overflowing. All of my bank accounts are overflowing, and money is coming in from everywhere. Okay. And that's just speaking it into existence. Of course I have a for-profit, I have a nonprofit. My nonprofit, it can never be enough, because it's always so much work to do, and so many people to help. But I'm speaking it. You speak it. You speak it. I'm excited about this journey. I never want to stop growing. I only attract healthy people. Yes, great principles. That's right. Great principles. So that's what you're gonna say, and that's what you're gonna do, and that's what you're gonna start looking at. And guess what? When you start dictating those things, don't be surprised that when things start changing. And when I say things start changing, we have had some of the craziest conversations with some of the people who are doing this book. They were like, I start saying it, and the negative people just start dropping out of my life. Yeah. So don't be surprised. Again, like I said, you order something, you're not surprised when you get back what you order. So don't be surprised when, things that were relationships that were terrible, or they, all of a sudden the person comes and say, you know what, I just really want to work this out. Or all of a sudden, you know what, I'm moving out of the country, and they're gone. They're like out of your life. You're like, woo, I spoke that thing. I spoke it up, and that's okay. That's what it's about. Speaking joy, you're not, how you doing? Girl, I'm down. I'm tired. I can never get enough rest. Well, then, and I don't mean for you to lie about what's going on in your life. I just mean for you to, like I said, start drawing. It's easier to complain and say the negative things. And so sometimes we have to really work. And you'll find that when you start writing this, Jan, sometimes you have to really work to pour in the positive, because we just don't do it. And so once you start doing it, it becomes automatic. All right. So that's it for this month. I'm excited. I am excited. And so I am looking forward to all of the different wonderful, positive praise reports on how things are going in your life, and how you are, being affirmed, and how you feel better, and how you feel stronger, and how you feel more confident, and how you feel more positive, and all of those good things. All righty. So that's it for me, and I will speaking good things into existence. That's right. Good night, sweetheart. And I will be back on Sunday with the ABCs of Self-Success. Again, www.drcontespeaks.com. And we're working on some things. So, give us a bit. It's going to be some other things up in just a little bit, but you can definitely go and order your book. All right. Y'all be blessed. Much love. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Hopefully you guys had a great one, and hopefully it's going to, I speak into existence right now. You're going to have the best year ever, and you're going to be abundantly, super abundantly blessed, exceedingly more than you ever can speak of, and your health, your wealth, and your relationships are going to be wonderful. And I speak that over you right now in the name of Jesus. All right, y'all be blessed. All right, talk to you later. Share.